Temporal Forces is one of the most controversial sets in the Scarlet and Violet era, and it's mainly due to two factors, one being pull rates. Most of the early sets of the Scarlet and Violet era had an average hit pull rate of 1 hit out of every 3 packs. Now, because Pokemon's audience is a bunch of grown children, they started to complain saying that the pull rates were too easy. So, with Temporal Forces, Pokemon decided to decrease the pull rates, and of course, like the grown children we are, we started complaining that it's way too hard. Honestly, you just can't win with these people. The second reason it's so controversial is due to market manipulation. Almost immediately following the set's release, there were individuals who were seeking to profit off of this set, purposely buying out specific cards and relisting them for higher prices. And since Twilight Masquerade is just around the corner, I think it's time we take a closer look at Temporal Forces and see for ourselves what the hype is all about. And you're going to want to stay to the end because I'm going to be announcing the winner of this Japanese Cyber Judge booster box. Well, alright, now we're going to get to the meat and potatoes of today's video of the Temporal Forces and how controversial it has actually been since its release. And of course, each of the Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer boxes, the Walking Wake and the Iron Leaves, each feature a Pokemon Center exclusive stamp promo of one of Iron Thorns and then the other one of Flutter Mane. So those are two really awesome, and I've been looking forward to this Elite Trainer box for a while because I actually did not get a chance to buy this when it was originally available for pre-order or when it was eventually restocked. So I did have to buy these off of eBay, and I did have to pay a little more than original MSRP, but I'm happy nonetheless that I'm even getting the opportunity to even open up the Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer boxes, because those have more often than not treated me the best out of any specific product. So I'm talking about the booster boxes. While yes, those provide most of the hits, a lot of the major hits that I pulled from sets were from Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer boxes. But what I wanted to talk about today is the two main reasons on why Temporal Forces is actually a very controversial set. Like I mentioned before, Temporal Forces is the first set where the Pokemon Company actually decreased the pull rates from around 1 hit out of every 3 packs, literally down to, I don't even know. According to TCG Player, your average rate of being able to pull a hit is actually closer to 20% out of every booster pack, which is way lower than any previous set of the Scarlet and Violet era. Like, to the point where it was like, damn, Pokemon really tried to overcorrect. Oh, let's go! And we got a Reuniclus? I actually don't even remember how to pronounce this Pokemon's name, but very impressive artwork. I swear to God, Temporal Forces is one of my top 2 sets of the Scarlet and Violet era. Let's see what we got for a rare. Just a second, third Flutter Mane. Now, if you actually want to break down the actual pull rates of the individual hits, we can break it down. A TCG Player did the favor for us and doing the math of opening up 8,000 booster packs. Hey, let's go! Salvatore Ultra Rare, let's go. I think I already pulled this, not 100% sure. I'm gonna have to check my binder, but TCG Player already did the math for us. So when it comes to the hyper rares, we will be able to pull any hyper rare at 1 out of every 139 packs. So that is an absolutely insane number of packs that we would need to open up, comparing it to previous sets. Any of the ace spec cards that were newly introduced, well, reintroduced into Temporal Forces, you can expect to pull those 1 out of every 20 packs, so not too bad. And then the ultra rares, you can expect to pull any ultra rare for 1 out of every 15 packs, so again, not that bad. Same thing for the illustration rares. Any illustration rare, 1 out of every 13 packs. Code card for you guys. Now again, it's in the hyper rares and in the special illustration rares where the hit rates drastically decreased. So now the special illustration rares, oh wow, and I was about to talk about the hyper rares next. Hyper rares are actually very difficult to come across because it takes 139 packs to pull a single hyper rare. So I'm very happy that I was managed to pull a Gouging Fire EX. But like I was saying with the special illustration rares, it takes 86 packs to pull any one special illustration rare. Now if we're chasing a specific special illustration rare, that can actually take up to 855 hits. That is absolutely insane, considering that previous sets they were closer to the 300-200 pack range. So quite literally the difficulty rate of trying to pull any specific card has literally more than doubled with Temporal Forces. And the reason Pokemon even, at least the reason I believe Pokemon even made this change, is because most of the Pokemon card community were actually complaining of the fact that not many cards were holding their value, considering that most of the hits were extremely easy to pull. So again, Pokemon overcorrected. Now this actually leads to our second point of why Temporal Forces is a very controversial set. Due to how low the hit rates are for this set, the individual cards were selling for a relatively comparable to other sets, a little bit higher, but a lot of people saw the opportunity to take advantage of the low pull rates and to try to make a quick buck out of it. There was a bit of market manipulation with, specifically for an example, we had our Ghastly illustration rare, which originally, speaking of right on cue, this always happens. I pull a specific card when I'm talking a specific topic. Very much. That happens so often. That's funny. So like how I was saying with the Ghastly card, now it is impressive artwork. It has Ghastly, Gengar, and Haunter in it. When the set first dropped, it was about a $10 to $16 card, and then out of nowhere, because again the low pull rates and people were being opportunistic, they purposefully bought out all the Ghastly cards and then resold them at a higher price. And we can see here that it peaked at $38. And because this card was getting purposely bought out, a lot of people were actually getting FOMO and actually buying this card at like $38. I've even seen some sales go up to $60, which was extremely fucking stupid of people, because giving into FOMO. Because pretty much like the next following weeks, it immediately dropped to $20 and currently holding at $18.57. So again, while yes, impressive artwork, it is not worth anything more than like 20 bucks. And that's just one card as an example of the market manipulation. That's kind of one thing that kind of annoys me about this hobby, is the fact that where it's possible to make $1, a lot of people will try to take advantage of the community when they literally have no interest in it. It kind of ruins it for the rest of us who are just trying to build their personal collections and just trying to enjoy the hobby for what it offers. Beautiful artworks, and you get to open packs with some awesome people who otherwise you might have never met and gotten to know. Raging Ball EX, I believe I already pulled this in Japanese from, what is it, Wild Force. Another card that went up in price because of that market manipulation is, surprise surprise, another card that features Gengar, and it's going to be Morty's Conviction, this special illustration rare. And that card, when the set first came out, it was a $45 card, $40 card, around that price range. But again, because people were purposely buying out the card and relisting it for higher, and people were giving into FOMO, this card at one point shot up to $90. And I'm not saying this card isn't worth $90 eventually down the line, because I honestly believe it would be a card that is worth a couple $100s in the future. Hey, and we got a Prime Catcher, a spec card. Let's see. Oh, no freaking way, we actually just pulled the #1 chase card of Temporal Forces. No freaking, oh no, not the #1 chase card. Okay, so the #1 chase card is the freaking Iron Crown EX. Oh my god. But we managed to pull Raging Bolts EX. Now that is incredible. That is insane. I honestly did not expect to actually pull one of the top chase cards for this set. Now that is incredible. This is what I'm talking about when Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer boxes treat me absolutely amazing. In my personal opinion, the Pokemon Center exclusive Elite Trainer boxes are definitely worth buying and keeping, but that's besides the point, and we need to continue with the video because this is long enough. But what was I saying before? Yes, that it's not that I don't believe that the Morty's Conviction isn't worth that much or will eventually be worth a couple $100s. It's just the fact that the set just dropped, and a card that just dropped that isn't even the top chase card of the set, and it is close to $100. Really? I mean, I understand that the pull rates were pretty brutal for this set, but I was not about to drop nearly $100 for a card and a set that literally just dropped. I do not understand why people give into FOMO so easily. Literally, the best thing you can do is not give into FOMO when a new set drops. Oh wow, I just experienced a error pack. Okay, let's see if it's just, yeah, it was just this one card and it was a Rapidash. Now that's funny. Alright, now let's see if we got any hits with this, and we did. We got an Iron Crown EX. Now that is awesome. But yeah, the best thing you can do is not give into FOMO and just wait. Just wait. Give a set like a month or two to breathe, and I'm telling you, the cards will drop back down in price, considering that each set is still readily available. There's absolutely no reason on why you should be dropping nearly $100 for a card that's not even the top chase card of a set, and a card that is from a set that is going to be readily available for like the next year. I don't understand how people can just panic buy into that type of situation. Alright, down to our last pack of Temporal Forces. This has been an absolutely awesome opening, and I've had this Elite Trainer boxes for quite a while. I want to say like a month or so, and I've just been so busy that I haven't had a chance to open any booster packs. So just happy that I'm actually able to finally open some new booster packs in my new studio. You can kind of notice that I have a new studio in the background right there. Maybe I'll give you guys a quick tour in another video. But we reached the climax of the video, and where I'm gonna announce the winner of the Cyber Judge booster box, and that winner is the 12337, and I know he is a subscriber. Thank you for commenting and supporting this channel, because the whole reason I started to collect Pokemon cards is so that I could have friends during a period of my time where I didn't really have friends to hang out with, and making videos and talking with you guys down in the comments has definitely helped put a smile on my face. So again, the 123-21-37, you are the winner of the booster box. Now there are a couple conditions for this giveaway. You do have to live in the US. You do have to comment, hit me up on Instagram and be able to prove that you are the owner of the YouTube channel, and then we'll be able to arrange shipping information. Now if you're not the winner of last week's giveaway, please do not panic. I have giveaways on a regular basis. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button and join this wonderful community we're trying to build. But alright, if you guys want to see one of the reasons on why I've been too busy to open Temporal Forces, you can click on this video right on the upper left hand corner. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Nexis Alexis, and no matter how hard your road to victory is, train on, gamers.